See you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian, right out of Oklahoma City. I got my co-host, Dawn, and we got Ashleigh from the band Tulip. And I got to apologize because I was not recording earlier like a dumbass, and I thought that I was. We had such good content talking about Canada and Texas, but we're going to jump right back into it. So, Ashleigh, I am so sorry, and thank you for your patience.
Hey, no problem.
I'm like sweating over here because I'm all nervous. Like, oh shit, I fucked that up. I hate when I do that. That's the first time I did it once before, a long time ago, and it's been a long time since I've done that. Luckily, we weren't on too long. I noticed it when I went to go check the time, and I was like, "There's no time." Oh shit, I'm not recording.
Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Time to start over. Okay, so here's what we went over that we're gonna kind of go over again. Is the band Tulip is originally from Canada, and now the band is in Texas and near the Dallas area, kind of close to Oklahoma City, kind of close to where we're from. And then we were just touching base on the fact, I want to continue where we left off. You're an opera singer.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to like explain the Canada bit for a second? Like
sure. Yes, go ahead.
We grew up, Colin and I, our lead guitarist and myself, we were married. We grew up in Toronto and just in suburbs, kind of just around Toronto. And then and our drummer still lives there. And then we moved from Toronto to Texas about 3 years ago. And Tulip had like just kind of started, and then we kind of really kicked it off in 2018 when we moved.
Why didn't your drummer decide to move to Texas with the band?
He wants to so badly. So badly. It's hard. It's really hard to immigrate here. And I am really lucky because I'm an American. My mother is a New Yorker. So I was born with a passport. And so Colin gets his green card through me. But Ryan, our drummer, he needs to figure that out. It's hard. It's hard to get here. So
now if you guys go on tour, let's say the band tours, and you do an American tour, I guess with COVID, it might be a little hard, but would he be able to come and do the tour with you guys being here?
Yeah, which we have done before when we toured with Evergrey in 2019. You can get like special artist visas and stuff like that for musicians. It's not that bad. And with now, stuff that we've got, we're trying to set stuff up for next year. If we're all vaccinated, it's okay. It's easy to cross the border now. So
okay, as long as you're vaccinated, like you got to be vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
Is it easier for us to go to Canada or for Canadians to come over here?
You would be shocked. It's like impossible to go to Canada. It's like the USSR. It's like locked down, crazy. Like we go up there to visit family still, and it's like a nightmare. It's so hard to get in there. Oh my God, it's nuts. It's nuts. So yes, it's much easier for Canadians to come to the US right now. Yeah.
Would you say it's easier for your band to get recognition living in Texas than it would be living?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Canadians are a little bit, I don't mean to like speak negatively about my place I'm from, but I left for a reason, y'all. And it's just, it is important for some reason for a lot of times for Canadians to come to the US, make a name for themselves. And then Canada's like, oh yeah, Justin Bieber, Drake, cool. But like you're never getting supported when you're there. It's a thing. It's really a thing.
I didn't think about that. A lot of those artists kind of get, from what you just said, they get kind of famous here.
Yes.
And okay. Yeah. I never thought about that.
And it's also like, there's just so much more opportunity here. I mean, it really is. The American dream's real. So Canada is it's like the population of Canada is the population of Texas. 30 million. It's like
really
the entire country. Yeah.
Well, it's probably like populated heavily in like small ares at a time.
Yes.
Right? It's a big country.
Yeah. It's a big country.
I love that you're doing y'all.
Right.
Awesome.
Yes. I've adopted the y'all.
If you would have never said that, you lived in Canada most of your life, right?
Yes, I did.
You have no accent at all.
A little bit. I mean, if you get me drinking, the out and about around the house will come out. But It's really, I think because I did spend a lot of time in the US, and because my mother's American, and then I also, I went to school in Chicago and stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that we covered that again, and like I said, I'm going to keep on apologizing about it. All right, now let's talk about your opera singing. I find that very fascinating. And you were not in. Now, when did you get into metal music, or are you even into metal music, or you just like your own band?
No, I am. I'm really into it now.
Yeah.
Colin was always really into it. He'd been in many different metal projects. He was always like a huge fan from the time he was like a teenager. I was always a hip hop fan, and I listened to a lot of jazz, but I didn't even really like classical that much, even though I was singing opera. When we met, he approached me and was like, you have this voice that can sing over an orchestra. We should try and make some symphonic metal together. And he played me stuff like Nightwish and Epica and stuff like that. That's a little bit sweet vocally. And I was like, okay. But then he played me like Meshuggah. And he played me After the Burial. And he played me like these Genty Periphery. And Ginger, and like these bands, especially these women in some of these bands that can really sing, like Battle Beast, like Nora. And I was like, oh my God, this is incredible, because I am a dancer. I like to move on stage. I don't want to do the I could do that, but it wasn't interesting to me. And so the stuff that was like really heavy, like that's what I really wanted to be a part of. So he started bringing me to shows. And so we'd drive across the border to Buffalo, and we would go see these people. And the first one I saw was Born of Osiris. And it was the first metal show. And I lost my mind. Like, I couldn't believe the energy and the community. And I talk about this with everybody now. I mean, everyone I've met in this world, in this space, are the most intelligent, profound, warm, loving people. It's such a huge departure from classical. It's not like competitive and backbiting. It's everyone. We really do want to support each other and love each other. It's like, I mean, I can't say enough. I'm addicted.
A supportive community.
Yes. Yeah.
Symphonic metal is, I am actually new to symphonic metal, and I believe you are the first symphonic metal band that I've had on the show. And I didn't know it was called symphonic metal until I was going and doing some research on your band. I said, because I always called it opera metal. Because
okay, right.
This is what I called it. But I knew it existed. I just didn't know what it was called. And I just only heard about it really just a year or two ago. I was in the car and I was listening to Octane, and I was like, what kind of music is this? And there's like a big.
Really? You've never heard of it before?
I swear to God.
What about like Evanescence?
Okay.
Apocalyptica, Evanescence.
Okay.
Right.
Evanescence. Yes, I can see that they would be considered symphonic metal. But the bands that I looked up a year or so ago did not sound like Evanescence. They were like harder, deeper metal with more of an opera. Not that, and she doesn't really do, I mean, maybe she does do a little bit of opera, but it's not like it's not like die-hard opera. Maybe it is. She can
really sing.
Yes,
she can.
I know. Yeah. I guess I didn't really got opera from her from when I heard like your band. I could see your band symphonic metal like all the way, and like I was saying, there's some die-hard symphonic metal fans out there. Like, is there like a really tight community that you found being in the band?
Mostly, I would say in Europe. I'd say overseas, this genre is like, we have a huge, our biggest fan base, I would say, is in Germany and in like the Netherlands-y countries.
Holland or whatever. I saw something about that.
Amsterdam. Yeah. But, I think like, and also in the US, you'd be surprised the draw that bands like Lacuna Coil gets, for instance, but also, they're great. They're great writers. So I think it's just like all depends. But for sure in the US, I'd say there's more of in my experience, again, I'm really new to this, but I would find that it's a lot of a bigger draw for the screaming, the like, you know, not clean vocals, that kind of thing, which I don't do. But
I hope Evanescence doesn't hate me for not calling him symphonic. I'm like,
no, I don't know what she'd say. She doesn't care. She's laughing all the way to the bank. They're doing
exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing. So so the band has a new album out, or that's coming out. Is it out yet?
The Witch?
Yes.
The Witch is out. Yes.
The Witch is out. Okay.
Witch is out. I said out, right? Not ood. Oh, The Witch is out.
You said out. Yeah,
yes.
it's out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's out. And it came out in September 24th, I believe. And then we are working on our next full length now, which should be released next year. But The Witch is live now, and it's actually been like doing great. We played our album release here at Trees in Dallas, and it was amazing. And we've had great response from the record so far.
That is awesome. Then now the other song that we're gonna play the little 45-second clip that promotes The Witch, but I do want to play one of your full-length music videos.
Okay.
And the song that I picked out is "Midnight in the Desert." Such a cool, and the music video is really, really neat too. So tell us a little bit about this song before we play it.
Okay, "Midnight in the Desert" is an homage to Art Bell. I don't know if y'all know anything about like Coast to Coast or any of those spooky radio shows that come on it's like one of the biggest radio shows in the world. It's about the paranormal. It's been on for 50 years or something. Mm-hmm. And Art Bell used to host it. Now George Norrie hosts it. And Art Bell had this, Colin's dad was really into all of this, and he passed it on to him, and then he introduced it to me. And we're always been really fascinated. We escaped, which we believe to be like a Christian cult, and we are now really into just like exploring these new ideas that we weren't allowed to before in our, based on our upbringing. Mm-hmm. So now we're like, okay, so we kind of like got into this whole idea of like aliens and what's going on out there, and then we made Midnight in the Desert based on sort of those themes. And it was shot in Fort Griffin, Texas. Those cows are real, everything's real. We went to this museum, this heritage site, and we walked in and said, hey, we'd like to shoot this video. And the guy was like, when I leave, just go in. And he let us do it. He didn't charge us anything. And we stayed there till like 2:00 in the morning shooting this video. It was absolutely amazing. Shout out to that man. I don't want to get him fired. And it was so cool. It was incredible. And that's like about an hour away from here. So that's where we shot that video. And that's kind of the idea of it.
All right, let's play it. This song is called Midnight in the Desert. And you can really hear your vocal range in the song. I absolutely love it. Let's check it out right now.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Don't look down.
Wow.
How cool!
Aw.
My favorite part
Ashleigh.
my favorite part of that song is, and I couldn't memorize the lyrics by listening to it, when you go, "These are the monsters in my head."
Yeah.
That is so cool sounding. Was that like always a part of the song? Was that production that decided to do that?
No, I mean, we do all our in-house mixing, recording, engineering, production. So for me, that line actually comes from an Annie Lennox song. It's not exactly like it, but it was from the song Why by Annie Lennox. It was an important song for me. And she sort of says like, these are the dreams I dream instead. These are, maybe you remember that song, but it's like, maybe I'm kind of older than you guys. And
Very well done.
but I loved that song, and it kind of inspired that part. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, that video, it means a lot to me. I was actually pregnant when I shot that video, and so that's why we did all the sort of draping of the furs and stuff to mask the belly. To watch it back now makes me like emotional, just because our baby now is like, she's 18 months old and she's running around and talking and everything.
Happens so fast.
I know, it's wild.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank
18
you.
months is still good enough to say congratulations. It's still early.
Yeah, well, she's a
You can say
pandemic
congratulations whenever.
baby. Yeah, so it's like she missed a lot of like, being out in the world for a while, but now we're mostly back to normal here. So
Well, that is so cool, and that song really is just the second half of that song just really kind of draws me in as a listener, because I like the the way you're saying those lyrics in there. Just I just loved it. I loved it, and that's why I picked that song to play. So
cool. Thank you.
The double bass
we
pedals
love
from
that one.
drumming was incredible as well.
Yeah,
they're great musicians. Everyone in the band's a great musician.
Yeah, our drummer though, he is like top notch.
Yeah. You can tell. Now I do want to play this 45-second. It's like a promo video. You guys, I found it on Facebook. It's also on YouTube. It's also on YouTube. Let's check this out, and let me do one of these first, and then here we go. And that's all. That's all. It's so cool with the hands. For people that didn't notice it, there's actually hands coming through the door that kind of go back in, and then there's this creature behind you. So for everyone listening on Apple and Spotify and not on YouTube, you got to go back, check the video on YouTube, and look at the music video, and then this promo video that they did for The Witch. And you know, when I first typed it in, I typed in "The Witch Out Now" but it's "The Witch" like is out now, not "The Witch Out Now."
Right,
I'm an idiot, so.
No, we shot that in our. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
You guys, we shot that in our like attic. So, yeah.
Oh, cool!
Wow.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very creative. Band that you guys have. It's absolutely fantastic. I do want to talk about for a little bit Dean O'Shaughnessy and the DNS agency. I didn't know that you guys were a part of his group until we figured out, how did we even get on here? I was like, I don't know. Do you have a manager? You're like, Dean. I was like, okay, well, that makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. So
Dean's awesome.
How did you, he is so cool. How did you guys get hooked up?
We met through Shauna.
Yeah, she's super cool too.
Yeah, our publicist. And so we just first met and had just different discussions about kind of what we want to do. And, it's difficult to find people, obviously, in the industry that you can trust and who are authentic, just real people. And we just really felt that really strong connection to Dean right away, because he's just a really stand-up, wonderful human being. So
I'd say with Dean and Shauna, you're in. I mean, to go from Canada and you met him while you lived in Texas. Is that when?
yes, yeah,
So,
yeah. He was living here at the time, and now he's out in LA. But
okay, yeah, but from going from Canada here and just 3 years ago and getting a team behind you like that, that just has to prove to yourself and the rest of the band that you have a really great sound, because they have great bands underneath that are people that they work with, you know, the top-notch bands. So that has to feel pretty good.
Yes,
Absolutely.
it definitely does.
You guys are very unique, and I see you going far.
Yeah, I do too. I do want to read, and this I pulled off of Spotify. Like, I pulled things from like all these different areas. So in your bio, it says the album "The Witch," talking about the witch, right, represents a combination of personal narrative interwoven with themes of loss, betrayal, my handwriting sucks. Abandonment, right? And retribution.
Abandonment, yeah.
Abandonment. Yeah, I was like, abandonment's not a word. What am I trying to say? Abandonment, thank you, and retribution. Chicken scratch. That's what I got. Chicken scratch over here. So what does that mean to you? So is the whole album kind of theme based?
Yes. So Colin, when he sets out to like write albums, he wants to write them cohesively, so as like a story. So I know it's like a singles based industry right now, and we could go on about that. You know, everybody's just putting singles out that don't relate to each other, but like he's always liked to do concept albums. So Midnight in the Desert was one whole thread thematically, and then we did The Witch, and then the next one's going to be something else. But yeah, The Witch was the most, I'd say, personal record for me. We were excommunicated by our former faith. My family has disowned me. It's a whole wild story. It's out there, so everybody can go and Google it if they want. But we've had to come through a lot of trauma, a lot of healing, therapy, different, you know, ways to like find family that isn't blood. And so The Witch represents 5 different women and or different, I'd say, archetypes of people that were in my life and Colin's life. And so each kind of character, you know, we have the sidewinder, the proxy, which is kind of like a shapeshifter, and different ideas about in each song. And then the witch ultimately, of course. And then, so it's very personal, and was intense to write, but we're getting a lot of like feedback from people that it's like resonating with them as well.
Well, so that is so good for you, because you know music is people, when you can relate to people, and you definitely can. And being on the show, I thank you for you're not really going into your past so much, but still talking about it and bringing it up. I feel like a lot of people are going to find healing in just your story with, and probably will look it up, you know, and being able coming from a strict religious background. And then doing what you're doing now, that's and you seem like a very positive, outgoing, enlightened person. So
yeah, thanks.
Tripods, you will find your tribe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
I still can't believe I said abandonment. Like,
She's so silly. You are going to be stuck on that all damn night.
I circled it like, what the heck, dude? Abandonment. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you because since you live in the Dallas area, Ashleigh, I want you to go to all your friends that you see like football. Tell them Boomer Sooner. Texas sucks. Don't say the Texas. Just say Boomer Sooner and see what they say. And by the way, Dawn, it's War Eagle and
that's a bad word.
We were talking about college football.
Roll Tide. The other is a bad word. We don't say that.
Okay.
Let's talk about your go ahead. Do you want to get some input on that?
No, I was just going to say I'm like now a Cowboys fan, and I think we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, the Cowboys. You know, everyone in Oklahoma hates Texas except for the Cowboys. Like they're all Dallas Cowboys fans because we don't have a team. We don't have a team over here, right? Like a pro team. I'm more of a Chiefs fan. But let's talk about your tours. I didn't see anything on the website about your upcoming tours. But you guys have some stuff planned out already.
We're working it out. You know, like with everything's getting pushed to 2022, and everybody, like venues are kind of still scrambling and figuring out what's going on. So we're hoping to have something really nailed down by fall of 2022. And we would really also like love to be playing some festivals next summer. So that's the plan.
Absolutely. Yeah. I bet you guys have so much fun on stage. Is there a dream band that, and maybe you never thought about that, you would love to go on tour with and play a live show, like share the same stage with?
I mean, we would love to tour with Lacuna Coil because we know some of the people that are involved with their management, and we've met them, and they're really amazing people, really talented. I also, you know, the Canadian angle, we love Devin Townsend, really respect what he does, but probably the dream band would be Gojira.
Oh yeah, that would be number one for sure. And so when you get your tour date set up, try to see if you can come to Oklahoma City. Okay. So if you can, I will definitely make a show. Let's talk about your website and your merch, because I love your logo. The tulip, like it's kind of blocked out, like the angles. Whoever thought of that did a great job. It's very catchy.
It's Colin. He does everything. So, yeah, the website is just everything is www.wearetulip.com. Okay. And then what else do we need to know? The merch? Yeah, you guys got merch on your website. Yeah, it's all there. And then like Instagram, Facebook, we're pretty active on Instagram, I'd say the most. Okay. So, how about TikTok, Patreon? No TikTok or Patreon. we're millennials, y'all. We're trying to get with it still. Yeah. Hey, Don, did you want to hear us sing an opera song before we let her go? Would you do a little?
Yes,
little 30-second or 10-second opera?
If you're up for it, babe.
Okay, like what can I think of that people would know? Okay, I think I know. Oh mio bambino caro, mi piace bello quando rimporta rosa a comperar l'anello. There.
Wow.
Absolutely there you go. Incredible range.
Wow. Okay.
Beautiful.
My turn. No, I can't do that. That's all I got. Hey, very good job. That is so cool. I love it. I love that you're doing symphonic metal. Anyways, go check out their website. Go buy some of their merch. Check out their music videos. You can stream them on all platforms. Thank you, Ashleigh, for being here. Thank you, Dawn, for coming.
It was a pleasure.
The show, and thank you for putting up. Thank you for putting up with me messing up earlier. I really appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. All right, don't go anywhere. Please stay right there until after the outro song plays. I want to thank everyone that listens to The Loud Spot. Please go to www.theloudspot.net. Our Patreon page is patreon.com/The Loud Spot. $3 a month really helps us out. We're on all podcasting platforms. YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and I guess that's all I got. So peace out, rock on.
Much love.
There we go. All righty.
This is the Loud Spot outro by nothing short of tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does nothing short of tragic have us back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pin post has a pin show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to click the like and share button.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
If you want to listen to our audio and pick up some cool merch, go to www.theloudspot.net. Peace out, rock on, much love.